everyone, my fellow book lovers. It is a very exciting day today because I am filming my first ever Booktube-A-Thon TBR because this is the first year that I am participating in this wonderful event. I think it's quite exciting. I think it's fun to see how I will succeed in the challenges and such. So yes, I have chosen my books and now I am here to share them with you all. And I will link all of the Booktube-A-Thon informational videos put out by Ariel Bassett down below in case you guys are interested and want to participate, which I strongly suggest you do because it's just good fun. So yeah, so basically the basic premise of Booktube-A-Thon, in case you don't know, is there are 7 challenges put out that you have to try and complete within that week period, of course related to reading. And this year they even added videos, which I think is kind of cool. I think it's cool they added videos because that's what we do. It's booktube, so it makes sense to add a video element to the Booktube-A-Thon. But yeah, I don't know how successful I will be in this week because I do work full-time because, you know, adults and all that good stuff. But I will try. I think I might have more success with the reading element of it than the video element, but I will attempt to do some of the videos. We'll see. I'll try to do them all. But there's some I don't know how well I will do with, because I think one of the video challenges is drawing a better cover of your least favorite book cover, and honestly, that's not going to happen. I have no drawing talent whatsoever, so I'm pretty sure even my least favorite cover will still look better than anything I could produce, but you know what, maybe I'll still film it. It might be entertaining for you guys to see little stick figures. It's pretty cool. I suggest you check it out. So I am here now to film, that's obvious. I am here now to show you guys my TBR pile for the Booktube-A-Thon. So let us begin. So the first 2 challenges are to read a book with pictures, which could be a graphic novel, a literal book with pictures in them, and what have you, as long as it is a book of some kind with pictures, as well as to have somebody else pick out a book for you to read from your TBR pile. So I had my mom pick out a book for me from my TBR shelf behind me, and she chose one that fulfills both of those requirements. She chose Wildwood by Colin Malloy, and I was quite excited because I've been wanting to read this book for quite a while. And by quite a while, I mean like 2 months. It's quite a while. And of course, as I said before, it has pictures, which I'm trying to find, and it's interesting because there's lots of pictures in here I flipped through before, but I'm just not flipping through the picture. Like this guy. See? It has pictures. Kind of cool artwork. It is a middle grade book, so it shouldn't take too long to read. So yes, that is my first book that I will be reading in the Booktube-A-Thon. Maybe not literally the first book, but the first book I'm showing you. The next challenge in the Booktube-A-Thon is to read a book with red on the cover. And for this one I chose Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. I think this cover is cool. Got the red writing, the red, I can speak words, the red colored title. So yeah, I heard lots of really good things about this book. It's a fantasy book. It's the first in a trilogy. I only have the first one, but it looks, yeah, I'm just excited to read it. I've heard it's amusing and whatnot, so I chose this one for my read a book with red on the cover, Prince of Thorns. The next challenge is to read a book from a genre that you have read the least of this year. So I was thinking about that, and I didn't have to think too hard because I know the genre I have read the least of this year is contemporary, because I really haven't read that much contemporary at all ever. I'm trying to get a little bit better about that because I think it's good to broaden your reading horizons. So I went to my little TBR shelf right here and I remembered that I do in fact have one contemporary book, and that book is John Grisham's Skipping Christmas, and this is a book my mom lent me years ago and I still haven't read it. And it is actually the book that Christmas with the Cranks with Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis is based on. And if you may have watched my last video, the Christmas in July tag, I love Christmas, and it's July, obviously. So I thought this was a fitting choice for that little category challenge thing. So yes, Skipping Christmas. The next challenge in the Booktube-A-Thon is to read a complete series. And so I was sitting there trying to think of what to read because, to be honest, I don't really have any complete unread series right now. I have the second or third books in a series where I've already read the first one, or, you know, I just have one book in the series, the first one, so I didn't feel like I really had anything to fulfill that requirement that was unread. And then I remembered The Circle of Magic Quartet by Tamora Pierce. I have in fact read this, but it was like 11 years ago, and I've been wanting to reread it because she's come out with some more books featuring these characters, and they're not very big, so I decided to try and read all of these to complete that challenge in the BookTube-A-Thon. So the first book is Sandry's book, the second book is Triss's book, the third book is Daja's book, and the fourth one is Briar's book. They aren't very big, as you can see. They're all about like 250 pages, so I don't anticipate them taking me that long to read. And they are middle grade, I think. I don't think they're young adult. I think they're middle grade. I would consider them middle grade. I don't really know for sure. It doesn't really matter. All I know is that it shouldn't take me too long to read, and if it fulfills the requirement, because I'm pretty sure that it doesn't have to be unread to do that challenge. So yes, that's what I chose for that one. The next challenge is to read a book to movie adaptation. So you have to read a book and then watch the movie that book is based on. That didn't make any sense. You basically just have to watch the movie that they made that is based on the book you read. So for that one, I chose Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. And I love this book. This is another reread for me, but I've been wanting to reread it. And it's also, this BookTube-A-Thon coincides with the A Year-A-Thon July challenge, which is to read classics during that same week. So yeah, I chose Jane Eyre, and I want to watch the movie. I've watched the newest one, and I wasn't really a big fan of it, so I want to watch one of the BBC versions. So yeah, I love this book. I haven't read it. I read it, when did I read this? I read this my senior year of college, and that was about 3 years ago, and I haven't read it again. I've been wanting to because I love this book. It's quite a sweet little book. Yeah. The last challenge is to read 7 books during this week BookTube-A-Thon, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books, but none of, so I would, if I read all of these, fulfill that requirement, but I don't feel like any of them are all that big, and so I don't feel like it is that much of a challenge. So if I want to challenge myself, and I do get as much reading done as I hope to get done, I will choose other books to kind of read during that week. Other bigger books, if you will. And I know for sure that if I do get through all of these, which I'm hoping, though I'm a little bit leery that I won't because I know me and I get distracted with other things like sleep and apps and social media. But I will try to put that by the side and challenge myself and get through these books. And if I do so, I know for sure one book I want to pick up during this time period is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, because it needs to be done. I need to read this guy. I've been waiting too long, and it needs to happen, and it will. So, and hopefully it'll be during the BookTube-A-Thon week. And if I finish this one, which I'm actually a little bit doubtful of, that if I finish this one and the BookTube-A-Thon is still going on. But if I do, I will choose another book. Like I said, I don't know what yet. I don't want to kind of leave it open because I know me. I will say a book now and then later change my mind. So guys, that is my BookTube-A-Thon and slash kind of year-a-thon TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want you guys to let me know down in the comments if you are participating. If you're not, you should, because it'll be great fun. And let me know what your TBR looks like, what you're hoping to read and get through this week. Yeah, it'll be fun reading. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, my fellow booktubers, book lovers, geeks, and such, bye. Hey, I got through a whole video without dropping a book. It's like a new record. Now comes the fun. I need to get a shot for my thumbnail portion of the video where I feel sort of like a doofus because I'm just sitting here holding my books like, hey, look at my books. But I don't know what else to do, so we're just doing it. If I get through this without dropping one, it'll be a miracle.